Hello guys, and welcome into a new video. In this video I'm not going to talk about strategy or account management, but I want to do something different. I'm going to talk about Forex in general, and I'm going to talk about just to give some tips and advices that I learned during the way, and also going to answer some very frequent questions about Forex. So in this video, I'm not going to use the chart. Here we have our pound US dollar chart that is going to work only as a background while I'm talking to you. And here are also some exponential moving averages. We have the period 200, period 50, and the two exponential moving averages that I explained in one of my last videos, the period 8 and period 21 moving average. So just starting out by saying a few things about Forex, a few things that you can find on the internet whenever you type Forex market. So the Forex market is the world's most traded market with a turnover of 5, 6, 7 trillion US dollar each day. Is a market that is traded 24 hours a day, 5 days a week across banks, institutions, and individual traders like me or you. They are also called retail traders. One of the most frequent questions that I get asked when I say that I do Forex trading is it possible to make money off Forex trading? And I had a poll on my Instagram today, and I was actually asking my followers a question: do you think this is possible to make money on the Forex market? And I didn't even wait for the poll to end because the answer was pretty clear. All of you said that yes, it's possible. Now, to this question, there are three main schools of thoughts. The first school of thought is the educational trader. So is the guru that you find on the internet, on Instagram, that says yes, of course, is possible to make money off trading. It's easy, accessible to everybody. You can do it off your phone. You only need 5 minutes a day, and whatever you're gonna buy your Lamborghini, go on vacation in Bali, and etc, etc, etc. The second school of thought is no, you cannot make money off Forex market unless you are a very skilled person and you have a big capital to invest. Then there is the third school of thought, which is also my school of thought, and according to my opinion, yes, you can make money off the Forex market, but at some conditions. And there are a lot of conditions actually to make money off the Forex market. The first condition is that you study a lot. What all these educational traders and gurus on the internet they are doing is wrong. They are basically saying that you don't need any skill or experience to make money off the Forex market. And I think that is quite false. Obviously, signals, let's talk about signals, because I do provide signals. To be honest with you, I do provide signals, and I see signals only as a short-term source of profit. I don't see someone making, let's say, a salary out of copying someone else's signals. But I think that if you are in the process of learning how to trade the Forex market, obviously you're going to have some losses, and to recover those losses is always good to have also a more experienced guy that gives you some signals so you can make up those losses. So yes, my answer is yes, you can make money off the Forex market, but you need to be careful. The first thing to make clear is that you need to be a trader, not a gambler. So a lot of people think that Forex is like going into a casino. They have their money, their trading account, they go into the casino, they just put their cash at the cashier, they get the chips, they go at the, I don't know, playing poker, they put the money there and they wait. And they think that they probably will leave the casino with their money doubled or even more. So basically what people want to do in the forex market is just putting their money there and hope for it to duplicate very quickly. And that's not just not gonna happen, because the forex market is only a long-term source of income. So if you're looking to make money off the forex market and you want to start a trading account with say 200-500 euro, you cannot think that you will have 1,000 or 2,000 euro the next month, because you might get lucky one month and actually have a very good profit, but you will know that the next month you won't be that lucky and you will actually lose some of the money. There was actually a guy on Instagram. He's pretty big, he has a lot of followers, and he was doing this challenge, the 250 pounds to 5,000 pounds in 2 weeks. That's like 2,000%, over 2,000% profit in just 2 weeks. Now, to a beginner, those numbers might look catchy, like, oh my god, can I really make all of this money out of trading? But to a guy that has been trading, even for not for so long, but even for a while, knows that those numbers are just fake, because you cannot make all of that money in 2 weeks, especially in 2 weeks. If someone was able to make that money off the forex market, people like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett would come to you and beg you to invest their money into the market. So when people ask me, how can you make money off the forex market, what is your strategy? Because a lot of people are interested in strategies. That's something that, to be honest, at the beginning I was interested too in strategies, and I was trying to create a perfect strategy. And it was actually at the moment when I realized that there's no perfect strategy that I started making money in forex. If you will keep searching for the perfect strategy, you will keep losing money. And at some point you need to realize that there's no perfect strategy, but you need to have a solid strategy, stick to it. And sometimes you're gonna make losses, but I think that in forex, the strategy, a very good strategy, so let's say that you have a good strategy, is only 10 or 20% of what it takes to be a profitable trader, because the rest, the 80%, the 90% is all mindset, is all the mind game that you need to play. And to be honest, to have that mindset, you only need to do one thing, and that is trading the forex market. Doesn't matter if you do it on a demo account or on a live account, but in order to understand how to handle a trade in time, how to catch good entry point, how to move your stop loss if you see that the trade is not going your way, or decide to close the trade, that's something that you need to learn only by trading. That's why a lot of courses out there are just not gonna make it for you, because courses don't teach you how to trade. It would be like looking at someone playing football, and you just trying to learn how to play football by looking at someone doing it. The only way you can learn how to play football is by playing football, and it's the same for trading. The only way you can learn trading is by trading. And as well, if you copy someone else's signals, you can do it on a parallel way. So you copy signals and at the same time you learn by yourself how to trade. I think that's the best way, probably. Another question that I get asked quite a lot is, which is the most profitable style of trading? So is it the scalper? Is it the day trader? Is it the swing trader? Is it the short-term swing? Is it the medium-term swing? Or is it the long-term trader? I think there's no real answer to this question. I think that it actually depends on your personal traits, on your personality, and I don't think there's a real question when someone says which is the most profitable. Is it easier to, I think it's easier to analyze the market in the short term. When I say in the short term, I mean looking at the 15 minutes, 1 hour chart. It's just easier. When you're looking at the 4 hour chart, daily chart, is always harder to analyze the market and see where it's going. But this being said, I don't think there is a more profitable style of trading. It depends on your personality, and once you have actually kind of tested all the different types of trading, at that point you can decide which is the most suitable for you. So now that I've said all of these things, and now that I've said that copying signals, in my opinion, is not a long-term source of income, and I think that if you want to copy someone's signals, it's just because you want to learn on the side, and you just copy signals to make up for your losses. And so this being said, I think that when I started learning about trading Forex, what I did was actually I was focusing too much on different pairs. And I was just trying to find the secret of the market, which was wrong. There's no secret, there's no perfect strategy. So when I realized that, that's when I started actually learning. And what I did was I picked two pairs. So I'm not gonna say which pairs I picked, because at that point it seems like those pairs are better than the others. I just picked two random pairs and I started studying those pairs very in depth. Like, how many pips do they move on average per day? How many pips do they move on a month? Also, so this is just, you're focusing only on two pairs, and when you've studied those two pairs and you know them very well, you know which events, even I'm not a fundamental trader, I'm more of a technical trader, but you need also to know which events affect these pairs every month: interest rate decision, PMI data, employment data, and so on. So a bit of fundamental knowledge. If you even if you prefer to be a technical trader, you always need to have a bit of fundamental knowledge. And once you know these pairs very well, you can move into two other pairs, and so on and so on. Obviously, you need to test your knowledge. So once you have studied those two pairs and you have found a strategy that works for those two pairs, a solid strategy, you test it in the or on a demo account or a live account, doesn't really matter. But if you want to be safe, you test it on a demo account. You see if the strategy works, if your mindset works, if you're well disciplined enough, and then if you see that you have made some kind of improvement on those two pairs and you know them very well, you move into the next two pairs, and so on. And I always say, do not trade exotic pairs. I don't trade exotic pairs just because I didn't study them. That's when people come to me and say, hey, would you enter long here? And I say, I don't trade exotic pairs. And they say, why? Because I didn't study them. I didn't spend enough time trading that exotic pair. I didn't spend enough time even some commodities. I only trade gold. I don't trade silver. I rarely trade oil. Rarely. I don't do it pretty often. Sometimes I can see an opportunity, but recently, with all the stuff going on with coronavirus, I think it's the worst time to trade oil, to be honest. But I don't normally do it because I didn't study. I didn't spend enough time studying that commodity or that pair. So yeah, just focus on at the end of all your learning. I think you need to have 10, roughly, be more than 10 pairs. You need to have them very clear in your head, each and every aspect of those pairs. And at that point, yeah, you need to focus on those pairs. You don't need to know all of them pairs. You just need to know them very well, those pairs in your mind, and you can work your way to be a profitable trader. That's I think one of my best advices I can give. So yes, I think this is it, the end of this video. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.